Hi everybody, it's Andy from Andy's Travel Blog, coming to you from the worldwide ATB headquarters, otherwise known as my apartment here in Dallas. I want to talk to you today about personally identifiable information. And I guess we could really sum this up. Today's post is about why you should stop posting pictures of your boarding passes to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any sort of social media. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So I have a couple of boarding passes here. Okay, I have an American Airlines one, then I have one from a Lufthansa flight that I took last October. Now you can see American Airlines, they list all of your data out here on the boarding pass. It's just easier for them to put everything there, and they don't have to put anything in a nice jacket like this Lufthansa one. Now, admittedly, this one is for a first-class boarding pass. They'll tend to pay a little bit more attention there. They can invest a little bit more money in these nice little paper jackets. When I turn this over, you will see that they generally cover up a lot of the referential data about your ticket. It still shows your name, still shows, there's some information I should have been hiding, sorry. Shows the date, shows the barcode right here. This right here is too much information to show on Facebook. So if you're flying this flight, show this side. That's a lot cooler of a picture anyway. But now let's go on to a boarding pass that we'll see a little bit more frequently. So here's an American Airlines boarding pass that I had when I flew from DFW to Liberia, Costa Rica back in February. So you'll see it lists your name, lists your frequent flyer number, your record locator. So a record locator, for those of you who don't know, is a 6-character string that identifies you to the airline. It lists the flight number that you're taking, it lists the date that you're taking it lists the departure time. Then it lists your name over here as well. Sometimes it'll list an e-ticket number like right down here, and then it'll have their own little barcode, and that's what they're actually scanning when it comes time to check you in and get you on the plane. So I've scratched out all of the personally identifiable information on here, and I'm about to show you why this is important. Okay, so here we have American Airlines website. It's a great website. I love the redesign. We have a lot of different information here. So if I go to My Trips and Check-in, I can click here, and it's going to ask to find my reservation. Now, if you're logged in, it's going to pull up your reservations automatically. I'm not logged in. So what does it ask for here? My first name, my last name, and my record locator. So easy, right there. If I have somebody's first name and their last name and a record locator, I can access their reservation. Let me show you another example. Okay, so now we're at US Airways website. With US Airways, it's even easier. It's actually pretty crazy. So if I click on your trip here, it'll give me the chance to manage my trip, print a receipt, or email my trip details to somebody else. So I can look up, gives you a couple of options here, confirmation code or ticket number. So if you'll remember, our confirmation code is our personal record locator, that's 6-digit or 6-character string. And our ticket number was also listed on my boarding pass. Now granted, this is for US Airways, that was an American Airlines boarding pass, but they all have the same information on them. Now if I click here, I can also look up by my dividend miles number. Now if you'll remember, on my American Airlines boarding pass, it showed my frequent flyer number on there. So if I click dividend miles number, I can type in somebody's dividend miles number. I can click the departure date. Now if we'll recall, the departure date was also on the ticket, and then their first name and their last name. And now last but not least, we are at United.com. I didn't want to just harp on one world here. United gets some of this as well. So if we go to United.com, you'll notice I'm not signed in over here. I'm going to go to reservations, change view existing reservations. So this actually lists out everything that I can do to somebody else's reservation on here. I can review the reservations, that's fine. View change seat assignments, that's fine. Make a same day change to a flight. Add special service request. Change my flight, print copy, request a receipt. It gives somebody access to a lot of your data. And again, all we need here is a confirmation number and a last name. We don't even need the date of their flight or their first name. It's going to pull everything up by that confirmation number. So again, this is a public service announcement. It's time to stop posting boarding passes to social media. There are devious people out there who get a lot of satisfaction from making people's lives miserable. You don't want to be a victim. So this is Andy signing off. We'll talk to you soon.